What if the solar charger in your backpack is basically lying to you? Seriously, most people think they're carrying a reliable off-grid power source, but in reality, those tiny built-in panels can take days just to give you a usable charge. And if you're deep in the mountains relying on that, that's not just inconvenient, it's risky. So here's the real question. What actually works when you're miles away from civilization? In this video, we're not wasting time on gimmicks. We're breaking down 3 of the best real-world solar solutions for hiking and putting them head-to-head: capacity, weight, actual solar performance. Because there's a huge difference between has a solar panel and can actually charge your gear. And while you're watching, think about this. Are you optimizing for lightweight travel, maximum backup power, or true solar independence? Drop your answer in the comments.
You want to see how you approach your setup? Let's get into it. 1. Goal Zero Venture 35 Plus Nomad 10, rewritten. Let's start with the system that serious hikers tend to trust the most. The Goal Zero Venture 35 paired with the Nomad 10 panel. And right away, this feels different from the typical all-in-one solar power banks people are used to. Instead of pretending a tiny panel can do everything, this setup separates the jobs. One device stores power, the other actually collects it efficiently. The Venture 35 itself gives you a solid 9,600 mAh capacity, which doesn't sound massive compared to something like the BLAVOR 20,000 mAh, but here's the key difference. It's reliable, consistent, and built for real use. You're getting around 2 full phone charges, which is exactly what most hikers actually use on something like the BLAVOR, this 10 watts.
Panel is in a completely different league. It's designed to actually capture usable energy, not just act as a backup trickle. In good sunlight, you can realistically recharge the Venture 35 in a single day, which is something the BLAVOR simply cannot match, even with its quad panel design. Durability is another big win. With an IP67 rating, this thing can handle water, dust, drops, basically anything the trail throws at it. Compared to the BioLite, which is durable but lighter duty, this feels more like a long-term investment. Now, yes, there are trade-offs. It's heavier than the BioLite and more expensive than both alternatives. But what you're paying for is reliability and real solar performance. So if you're heading out for multi-day trips where power actually matters, this is the system that makes solar real. So let me ask you, would you carry extra weight for guaranteed charging? Or take a
Switch perspectives completely. The BioLite SolarPanel 5 Plus is built for people who think differently. People who care about weight, simplicity, and efficiency over raw capacity. At first glance, the numbers might throw you off. An 8 watt-hour battery, roughly 2,200 mAh, is tiny compared to the Goal Zero or BLAVOR. But here's the thing. That's not the point of this device. BioLite designed this as a continuous charging system, smoothing out power delivery so your phone charges consistently even when sunlight isn't perfect. And compared to the BLAVOR, which relies heavily on stored capacity, this feels more dynamic. It's constantly working as long as there's sun. The solar panel itself is smaller than the Nomad 10, but it's surprisingly efficient for its size. And the built-in sundial? That's actually one of the smartest features here. Instead of guessing angles, you can quickly align it for maximum
exposure. At under 400 grams, it's significantly lighter than both the Goal Zero system and the BLAVOR. For ultralight hikers, that matters. But let's be clear, this isn't for heavy use. Compared to Goal Zero, you're giving up storage capacity. Compared to BLAVOR, you're giving up raw backup power. This is for people who want just enough power to stay connected, without carrying extra bulk. So here's the question. Are you the type who packs light and adapts, or packs heavy and prepares? 3. BLAVOR PN-W12 Pro, And now, the opposite extreme. The BLAVOR PN-W12 Pro is all about one thing: maximum backup power. Right away, that 20,000 mAh capacity stands out. Compared to Goal Zero's 9,600 mAh and BioLite's tiny buffer battery, this is in a completely different category. You can charge your phone multiple times, power other devices, and even share with
others. And then you've got the quad panel design. On paper, it looks like a huge advantage. And compared to standard single panel power banks, it actually is. You get more surface area, which means better solar collection. But here's the reality check. It still doesn't compete with a dedicated panel like the Nomad 10. Even with 4 panels, charging this thing fully via solar takes a long time. So just like the others, the solar function is more about extending your battery life, not replacing wall charging. Where BLAVOR really shines is versatility. Compared to BioLite, it's way more powerful. Compared to Goal Zero, it's more compact as a single unit. And with multiple ports, a flashlight, and survival features, it's clearly designed as an all-in-one emergency tool. The downside? Bulk. It's heavier than BioLite and less streamlined than Goal Zero's modular setup. So this comes down to mindset. If you want a backup that lasts days without thinking, this is.
So tell me, are you the prepare for everything type, or do you? So here's the real breakdown. If you want true solar performance, Goal Zero wins. If you want lightweight efficiency, BioLite is your pick. If you want maximum backup power, BLAVOR takes it. And here's the truth most people don't tell you. There's no perfect option. It all depends on how you travel. Now I want to hear from you. Which one fits your style? Drop your pick in the comments, hit like if this helped you avoid a bad buy, and subscribe for more real-world gear breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.